So I work in like food service. I make like sandwiches and do some other stuff, I guess. And I live in like South Carolina, so just deep south. And a recurring theme that I've noticed is a lot of people will from like other places will expect their food to be a certain way, or they're like really elitist about how their food is up wherever they live. And a big like one of the big things is like people from Boston, they really think like they know like the best way to make pizza. And it's like, I don't know, maybe you do. But at the end of the day, you just get some like bread and you get some like cheese and you just go and then I don't know, maybe some sauce or something. And then you get pizza. There's like really at the end of the day, there's like barely any difference. Like it's not gonna it's not gonna look that like it's not gonna taste that different. Really not a big deal. But then I get people from like Boston, and they're like, "Does your pizza have real Italian sausage?" They're like, "I need my Italian sausage." I don't know how Boston people talk, but and then they're like, "The homemade pasta sauce. I need the homemade pasta sauce." And I'm like, "Yes, sir. Just put some cheese on some bread and some tomato sauce we probably got from a jar." I mean, I don't make pizzas where I work, but if we did, that's probably how it would be done. But I'll get people from like even like Pennsylvania or something, and they're like, I'm from Pennsylvania, and I expect my Cubans." I don't know what accent I'm even trying to do anymore. They're like, I expect my Cubans a certain way. Do you guys have real Cuban bread? I'm like, I at that point I just like at first I used to be like, I'm not really sure. What are you expecting? And then they'd always be like, nah, probably not. Like, nah, probably not. I'll just go somewhere else or something. And I'm like, how many times have you asked me that question? I guarantee you they come here like every day and ask if we make Cubans the correct way, as if they don't already know the answer. So now whenever people ask me that, I'm just like, no, we don't. Like, how did you guys make Cubans like the correct way? And I'm like, no. I just say no. I don't know what the correct way is, but we don't. Oh my gosh. And then I'm pretty sure there's no difference. Like, I think there's like the Cuban bread, which maybe we don't make it the correct way because our bakery, they just kind of get like mixes and they just like throw it in the oven or whatever. So yeah, that part's fair. Like our bread might not be real Cuban bread, but when it's like really nitpicky things, like you gotta open the meats and put the ingredients inside the meats and then close the meat together or something. I'm like, that it's gonna taste exactly the same. Whenever we close a sandwich, everything just mushes out to the side anyway. So all the vegetables are on like over here, and all the meat's like in this part of the bread. Like another thing is so we serve I work at Publix, so we serve like boar's head meats and stuff. It's just like I don't know. It's labeled as our premium partner brand as opposed to like the Publix brand meats. I don't know how good it actually is, but we took like a training course to like learn about boar's head, and it seems like pretty legit, like the stuff that they do. Um, but I'll get people from like Boston again or like up north, and they're like, I don't really like boar's head. They don't know real Italian salami, and I'm like, Sopressata is exactly what you would find hanging up on the streets in Italy. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you never get good prosciutto here. And I'm like, what other prosciutto? I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, what do I know? Like, we just have like regular prosciutto. Maybe it's not like super cool special prosciutto that they like, but for the fact that they get the Publix brand meat because they don't like boar's head, when a boar's head is objectively just better than the Publix brand meat, just tells me that they're just doing it like out of spite. Like they're just like they're contrarian, really. And it's always so weird because Boar's Head is based in New York and was created because the guy wasn't satisfied with the deli meats in New York. So it's like if it started in New York, why do New York? It's okay. It's only one person to be fair. That one guy, he's like, I don't like Boar's Head. They're they're not. It's not like of New York or something. And I'm like, they're from New York. And he's like, you can't get olive loaf. And I'm like, we actually have olive loaf and we barely sell any of it. It's like, that's why like you don't see it anywhere because who the heck wants olive loaf? It's like a weird mashup of pork and beef with olives in it. Like it's just disgusting. Out here, picture right there. And then he's like, you guys don't have pickle loaf. And I'm like, we used to sell pickle loaf, but again, nobody bought it because I actually never. It was before my time. But here's a picture of pickle loaf. No, 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 pickle loaf. Pickle loaf. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this video here before it becomes just like a rant about customers in general, because this was supposed to just be, well, the title of the video. It was supposed to only be on that topic, but I kind of went a little off the charts, off script. Not that I have a script, obviously. Kind of just rambling, but yeah, that was it. I've actually just been really busy and I couldn't make an actual video, so this is what I made. See ya.